Welcome back. In this tutorial, I'm just going to take a few pages and go over the beginning of the media queries from the Bootstrap. I want to just take it a couple pages at a time to help you get familiarized with it. So starting on page 339 where we left off, what we're going to do is just look at the actual Bootstrap components panel over there. It's really very simple. So right now I have the index open and it wants us to click on the third purple bar, the one that's labeled 1200, which is this one right over here. So I'm going to click on it over here. And remember that we control clicked and we saw these different things over here. We're not going to do that right now, just to help you remember what that was. So I'm going to click in the document window to place the insertion point. You must be in live view. Of course, if you're not in live view, you're not going to see these bars over here. And what we're going to do is we're going to insert a container. Remember, we're working with Bootstrap. So if you go into insert and you just do container, you're not going to get the same thing. You can do it from the insert or you can do it from over here. So we're going to do a container from right here, or you can do the insert. Make sure that you're not in HTML. And what you're going to want to do is click on Bootstrap Components and Container. It's going to add some extra code for you. We're not going to do a fluid. We're going to do a regular fixed container. So I'm just going to click on Container here. And let's look at the actual code now. So we have the container here. It's given us a class, obviously container, and it's given us some jQuery information over here. So it's actually going to attach itself to a JavaScript file. You do not need to know JavaScript to do this. It's all done for you automatically. So let's go back to the CSS designer. And it's given us 4 containers over here. 2, 3, and 4. You can see that. Now the global just means it's not attached to any specific media query. So if you take a look at page 339, it explains exactly what the container button does. So it tells you a regular container is really a fixed width. When we did our project in 338, I had you do something with a fixed width. I am preferential to do that because some people have these huge screens and it just makes it a nightmare. It's up to you when you're doing design on your own. Let's just keep it nice and simple. So then it just tells you can have 1170, 970, 750, or full width if you're going to have a small one. And then the fluid means whatever the size of the screen, it's going to expand or shrink to do that. So we're not going to really worry about the fluid for right now. Okay, we're clicking on the review the code for the resulting elements. So what I'm going to do for you is let's go into the actual code and we'll just take it top down. Really doesn't matter which way you go. So we're going to click on code and we're going to find container, which is right here. So you can see that it's created a class for you called container. It has padding right, padding left, padding or margin right, and margin left. You can see it's got 15 pixels, 15 pixels. If you remember, margin right and margin left set to auto is going to center it. So then we have over here the 768, 992, and 1200. It's important to understand the lowest one has to go first. Because remember, what this means is whatever comes last is going to be the one that wins. So if you had this first, and then you're going to have a min width of 768, and you had something that was 1500, well, that's obviously going to be more than 768. It's going to set the width at 750. And again, you can adjust these, but we really do not want to make any changes in here. So that is page 340. And again, you can review that on your own. So it tells you the width, and the width. So again, if you look down over here, now you have a fluid container. And then you're going to have all these things here, which at this point in time really don't make a lot of sense, but they will as you get more accustomed to it. That's it for this video. I'll pick up more on page 341 at the bottom.